back in 2020 and asked about the rut. And the reality is you have a toolbox of things you use each year to figure out how you're gonna manage the budget and manage the tax rate, because nobody wants to assess taxes where they don't have to, or increase taxes where they don't have to. So it's one of the tools, but you're looking at that tool, everything you touch hits something else. And if you impact the rut this year, you're gonna impact your surplus next year. So you have to look at where do you anticipate being next year based on how your revenues are doing, how you project your revenues are gonna do in the upcoming year, and where you are relative to your expense budget for the prior year, which oftentimes our administration tries to keep the expenses down so that we do have some funds rolling over. We fund our $16, $17 million budget, about $3.5 million is funded through surplus. So managing surplus and everything that feeds to surplus is something that has to be carefully considered. And the rut is one of the many tools that are used. So if one year we decide we can't mess around with rut, you better believe there's a whole bunch of discussion, there's a whole bunch of thought that goes into why was that decision made. So I wanna make sure that's clear. The other reality is when we're talking about the police vehicles, which are $140,000, if you're not financing it through debt, you're financing it through the operating budget. And what are you cutting in the operating budget in order to fund that, those two vehicles?